It's not a. I think we got it. I'm not scared anymore.
I'm scared.
Oh, I've been telling.
I don't know what the hell happened.
Mowgli was supposed to. There, we're up on internet. We're on YouTube too. I'm so okay. Doc's here. Like I said, you look much better too. Well, no, you start. Yeah, you're still better than you were a while ago.
Well, hey, it happens. So, oh well. All right, hold on. The little one heard we were live, so she's gonna make her appearance.
Heck, here we go. Hello, little one.
All right, look what happened. Look what happened.
Another tooth.
Yeah.
Three. You're not gonna be able to eat nothing. You drink water, it's just gonna pour out of your mouth. What's up, Billy?
Apple. Eat an apple.
The dog's out. There's the boy.
Who let the dog out?
Yeah,
I didn't get to close the door.
he forgot to close the door. What's up, Billy? What's up, Chris? What's going on, Ted?
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Do you have any waters out here?
No, but you can go and just say hi to everybody and say bye to everybody, okay?
Hi. Bye.
Bye.
Hi,
What was the point of taking your hat off?
Just to mess with me, Dude, she lost like 3 teeth in like 10 days.
I know, it's for toothless youngin. Dude, we got our Bruiser order in, and I bet that box weighed 30 pounds.
I got to place the Bruiser order. I'll probably do it this weekend, I got to do it this weekend or this week.
But we bought 100 of a couple different colors.
Yeah, I got to stock up because I'm completely out of Houdinis in both the Slimmer Swimmer and the Super Swimmer. I'm completely out of those.
See my shirt? I got one of my new Trophy Catch shirts in.
Season 10.
That's what it is now. It's season. What's it say at the bottom? Let's see. 123,304 pounds of trophy bass still swimming today, and my trophy was one of them.
Nice.
That's pretty wild. That's how many pounds of fish go through Trophy Catch already. 100. I'm pushing 130,000.
The guy who did my the guy who does my the long sleeve t-shirts, the SPF shirts, the one that I got to mail out to, I forgot to do that this week. But you guys know how I am with mailing shit.
Yeah.
But the one that does those shirts for me, he does all of Trophy Catch's shirts and hats and everything.
What's the name of the company?
He's called Palm Beach Uniforms, but he does Trophy Catch is one of his clients. I mean, I don't know what shirt they use.
Yeah, it don't have a company name. It's just got the name of the shirt.
Yeah, no, it'll only have the name of the shirt when you get it. But he does all their shirts and hats and everything for Trophy Catch.
It is a cool shirt, Chris. All you got to do is catch one over 8 pounds, and you can get one free.
I was on the phone with my buddy the other night, because I had a plumbing issue and he's a plumber. The kids kicked the frickin' handle on the shower, and that busted, and it wouldn't turn off. So I had to take the I'm gonna behave. I had to take the frickin' handle off and do all that stuff, and then turn the water off.
Don't hold your cussing back on yours. You done killed my last one.
All right, I had to pull the fucking handle off on the goddamn thing, and then.
Yeah, you cuss or I'm going to. Payback's hell.
So anyway.
And wait a minute. And you got me damn copyright claim on the damn whatever you played on your phone that night. What song was that? You whipped your phone out and you played a little bit of some.
Oomba. Did that get you a copyright claim? Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
There's Joe yelling out his favorite call.
Hey, let's just go full gorilla, dude. I don't care.
We were wanting to quit early tonight. Let's see if we can get some assistance in that.
You two might shut us down.
No, but start talking about Joe
So
Biden and shit and get it ripped off here.
So
what about Hunter getting gun charges?
Hey, that's long overdue. Long overdue.
Better than nothing. Better than nothing.
But when I was talking with my buddy, he was telling me, you know, he's found some spots out there by 20 Mile Bend. And so I'm going to hopefully hook up with him and go fishing. But dude, he was telling me last year they took, you know, those long range. Have you ever watched like Florida Sport Fishing on Valley Sports Sun or whatever? And they take these long range head boats out. They're like deep drop for, you know, golden tile fish and red snapper and all that. So he was telling me that, hey, Mark, he was telling me that they took out last April, they took out a head boat out of kind of like the Marco Island area, you know, on the West Coast. And they went out to Pulley Ridge. What's up, Shane? And he was telling me it was a little expensive for them to go out. You know, it was about like $1,800. What's up, Anti? Per person.
Put up Anti's comment. He's into the spirit of things.
What up, Hank? But dude, he was telling me
Hank? Be careful.
They went out on this long range head boat and they were out there for 5 days, and they only took about 15 people out there, but they were pulling up like golden tile and snowy grouper and all this other stuff. But he was saying that like the dinners and everything and the lunches were like a 5-star freaking restaurant.
So you can puke up good stuff.
You should go in like April. You should go in April. And I'm like, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Like just the way he was describing it to me, like all the stuff that they had on the boat. They supply everything. You basically bring make sure you got a cooler to take all your fish home, but they supply everything for you. But I mean, it's a hefty price tag.
And Mark, your doors turned out good, man.
I haven't watched Mark's video. I haven't watched it yet. And I haven't watched Buck's newest video yet.
You got your man cave looking good. Yeah, he made some sliding barn doors out of pallet wood.
Yeah, no, I got it on the watch list. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to go do that.
Anti and Joe are in the spirit. Anti and Joe are in the spirit.
They're in the spirit of things.
I guess I should have said your effing doors look good, Mark.
Dude, we're so getting kicked off. Did you go fishing at all this week? Besides the 70-plus bass day?
Yeah, we went Monday or Tuesday and had like 35 in the boat, and a storm come up, and we bolted. Like I said in the 4-way, 35 fish, that wasn't enough for a video, so we just held out.
Oh, so now your standard has upped.
It went from 10 fish.
When 10 fish, now it's got to be above 40.
At least at Jackson for a little while. But dude, the airboats were in there spraying. I got great footage of me catching a fish with a freaking airboat spraying. I bet it ain't 50 yards from me, if that. It ain't 50 yards. It's over beside me. That dude's just spraying, and I'm catching fish right beside him. But I'll give them boys credit.
Sucks that they're spraying.
I'll give them credit, dude. You know, that whole lake is covered in that mother-in-law tongue, whatever they call them lilies, that grow above the water that are kind of heart-shaped.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't remember what they're called. But anyway, out amongst that, they have this floating, it looks almost like yard grass. Big, tall, straight grass floats on the big clump of mud, and like when I'm crashing through shit with the boat, it's the stuff that about stops me.
Yeah.
Well, they've been spraying those patches, so it's all you're out in all that green and grass, and that stuff's the only thing brown. I gotta give them that. Hank's in it now.
Least,
damn, we done stirred everybody up.
What? This we should put up a parental advisory for this live tonight.
I think everybody's just been dying to write that in your chat, so they're just let it loose tonight.
Just let it loose.
What's up, Eddie Ruxpin?
It's been a long damn week, man. I Friday could not, and John and I were talking about this. Friday could not have got here fast enough. I swear to God, this week has felt like a freaking month.
Ted's not swearing. He's a family chat. Oh, Ted, we can do a live. I mean, you ain't scared to go live about nothing. like me and Joe talked about. We keep waiting on one to come from off the hook. I'm pooping. Let's go live. On his vacation, we watched him. We watched him cook. We watched him make a fire. We watched him. What else did he do? Cooked, made a fire, walked around the campground. I know I'm missing some lives, Ted. I'm trying to keep up with them all. Like I said, we all figured next one would be like at the shower house. Come on, I'm going to give you a damn live tour of the damn crapper.
I've been exhausted every single night that I've got home this week. It's been a long week.
Look at Mark J now.
What'd he say?
He's the one that cusses more than anyone. Mark, that's just because you only see us online. You come get in the boat, and I bet we can hold your own. I do it all.
God,
one
yeah.
call does it all.
Now, ask Joe how hard it was to edit the video when the three of us went out together.
Oh, I know. I know what them videos are like. What's up, boring fisherman?
What's up, boring fisherman? Thanks for coming in.
This is an F-bomb friendly night.
There's Ted. Two words.
2 words. That's as close as he can get. It's 2 words.
Dude, it's been a long freaking week, man. I'm exhausted. F-bomb Friday. I like that, Joe.
You don't know us either, Mark J. Uh-oh. I see a bunch of F-bombs today. Florida, this is
in effing Florida, it's effing illegal. In Sarasota, if you don't have
you hit an effing pedestrian, you effing only pay $78. Effing facts. There you go.
Wait, it's only $78 to hit a pedestrian in Sarasota?
Holy shit, I'm going to town in Sarasota.
I'm gonna say, dude.
About $300. I can have a hell of a good.
That's why you gotta love Anti, because Anti always bring that stuff up, and now we know it's only a $78 fine.
Uh-oh, Boxy's in here now. All right, Boxy, you got to drop the F-bomb or you're not allowed in.
Come on, Boxy.
Yeah, I know, Mark. When me and you got on the phone, he got to cussing. Like my daddy, let me tell a story on my old man. 20 years in the Navy, and I've heard people say the statement, you cuss like a sailor. I've seen my old man get mad and go into, I don't effing cuss any GD more than any effing motherfucker ever cusses. I mean, just go into a cuss fit that he don't cuss.
I've done that.
My old man he used to make up cuss words, man. I used to laugh. I mean, he just come up with shit. Anti's loving tonight. He is having a field day.
Anti having fun?
Propane.
I love that. I love that one. That's a good one.
Oh, look, Boxy got her. You freaking crazy. He's pushing the envelope.
Come on, Boxy. You can do it.
Come on, Boxy.
We believe in you.
I'm sure you said when you got in your stand that day, I'm positive you did not look down at your boat and go, I left my freaking arrows in the truck. I guarantee you dropped an F-bomb.
There's no way I could have controlled myself on that day. There's no way. Every deer within 5 miles would have heard me cussing on that one.
Dude, funny story with that. I was on that island as a younger man, probably in my 20s. I used to see a bunch of raccoons from my stand, so I had 7 arrows in my quiver and 2 taped into the back of it. Took a plenty of arrows because you up your stand all day. I was going to shoot everything. Well, a bunch of pigs come through, so I shot like a pig, missed it, shot it another way out there, ended up shooting all my freaking arrows out about 30 minutes before dark. I sat there and I went, no, excuse me. I saved one. Right before dark, the smaller buck come out. So I lobbed an arrow over at him, missed him because they were all about 40 yards out in the marsh. When I shot, that dude run straight up under my tree and just stood there. And all I have is my bow. I've done shot every arrow in my quiver. And dude, I sat there and thought about how many different ways I wonder if I could kill him with the bow throwing it at him. I mean, I was thinking of any way to get that.
What up, Eddie Ben?
Actually, I do believe I said, "Are you effing kidding me?" As I look back through the woods. I just walked.
See, this is why we do Friday Night Lives.
And I feel better already. Remember we talked about not doing it tonight because both of us wasn't in a great mood, but I've already cheered up some. Just watching everybody drop the F-bomb has made me smile.
Yeah, dude. My oldest youngin' kicked a hole in her wall with her heel, dancing, flipping on her bed. I was livid, pissed. They messed up the damn shower. Got to replace the freaking regulator inside the freaking wall. I had to take the whole thing off. I got the part coming. Dude, you can get that on Amazon pretty cheap, dude. Like the removal tool and the pin and all the stuff you got to do that. Don't hire a plumber if that happens to you. Amazon, it's $20. Just saying.
Yeah, but you're replacing it again in 3 months.
Probably. Or the kid, one of the two.
Wait a minute, my first check of beaver trapping last season when I lost that trap was a bad deal. When I turned the camera off, would have probably got banned for life from YouTube. All right, so I'm proud to announce that we raised $9,538.38 from the live auction, and that's not counting the donations directly to Al. Thank you, Boxy, Mark J, and everyone involved. Very good, Ted. Very good.
That's awesome.
I know I heard Ted say he got all the money sent off to Al, because remember, some of it they had to wait because people sent it as business and it had a hold. But that's good, man. Yep. That's awesome. I hope that helps Brother Al out.
And for those of you that don't know, Al's going through some stuff, and Ted and Boxy and Mark and it was JJ Drones and Ted all organized this great auction where everybody put up a whole bunch of stuff, and to raise almost $10,000 for somebody, in need.
That's one night. That's pretty impressive.
In one night, and it wasn't that long. I mean, that's
5 hours or something. 5 hours.
Yeah. Well, I won't say it, but let's just say it's effing incredible.
That's like $2,000 an hour.
Yep. That's awesome.
That is off the freaking hook.
Off the freaking hook, Ted.
Damn it, Ted. You should have went live to talk about how much you spent or you made. But like I showed y'all, old Gite back in the day, he did the
Gippy. It's Gippy. Gippy.
Oh, any fin. It ain't nothing. Tell you a funny story with taking extra arrows. On this island, it's a federal refuge. You're only supposed to shoot deer. You're not supposed to kill any snakes, coons, nothing like that. They had a Jeep that would ride around and pick up your deer. You drug them out to the road. It was walking only, but you had to get your deer out to the road. And after dark, they'd take a Jeep around the road and pick up deer. They didn't have a lot of deer. They'd pick up hunters. So somehow my uncle gets up in the Jeep with all these game wardens. They look over at him and he has a quiver full of arrows, and he's holding about 15 that he has a rubber band around in his hand. That warden looked over and goes, "Why in the hell do you have so many arrows?" And Paul was like, "I'll probably shoot at some pine cones and stuff, make sure my bow's in." That dude would sit in his stand and he would stick coons all day long. I mean, that's all that. He said he'd rather go out there and shoot coons out in that marsh than he would deer. Sounds
What
like
would
Chesapeake.
you do with them?
You don't do nothing with them. You go get your air out of them and let the critters have them, man. I mean,
Okay, all right. I didn't know if he was like making like
you're on an island and it ain't
coon
allowed to
stew
kill them.
or something. Dude, I've seen videos where like these, especially in Louisiana, they coons and all that shit. They make a stew out of them.
Yeah, but you're missing my story. It's on a federal island. You're only supposed to kill deer. You got to go back to camp and a check station. Story my dad and my uncle used to tell is they're walking back in the damn dirt road out in the middle of the woods, and there's a dude dragging about a 5-foot gator. My old man looks over at him and says, what you doing? He goes, "I killed this gator. I'm taking it back home." My old man looked at him and says, the minute you drag that gator back into camp, your ass going to jail, right? Guy's like, "Huh?" He said, "You just can't shoot a gator."
There's a little over at my one of the spots that I fish at is where my mom lives, and she's got a little pond over there. There's normally not any gators in there, but they just discovered there's a little gator in there. I'd say at best, dude, he's probably pushing 3 feet. And I was fishing over there last weekend. Didn't catch a whole hell of a lot, so I didn't make a video. But like, this lady comes up. She's got two little yappers, little chihuahuas. And she's like, "Oh, good morning." I'm like, "Hey, good morning. How you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, are you catching many fish?" I was like, "Only a couple." She's like, "Oh, maybe the gator got him." I was like, "He's right there." Like, because literally the gator was like right there by the culvert where I was fishing. She's like, "Oh, well, I've never seen him." What does this lady do? Literally walks down towards the bank with these two little yappers, these two little chihuahuas.
To see the gator.
And I'm like, ma'am, no. And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, do you love your dogs? She's like, "I love my dogs." I was like, "Don't do that."
Yeah, Mark, he makes jigs out of the hair. Not to interrupt, Doctor. I got a crossbow story too, I'll tell in a minute. But back to gator hunting. The first day we caught the 62 fish, whatever it was that first day. There was these guys
where you guys saw the gator carcass.
Right. That day when we got there, there were these two hoodlummy looking guys, had a tent, a truck, and a little boat camping right there by the boat dock. And you hadn't been to Jackson, have you, Doc?
No, I like the word hoodlumly. Say it again. That was
hoodlumly looking dudes.
Hoodlumly. I like that. I like that.
Anyway,
I like that. That's good. That's good.
Jackson isn't quite as far off the pavement, but I swear you're farther in the boonies. It's a lot sketchier back in there. But anyway, so we're watching them. We go out fishing. They ride around some, doing gator shit. Go back to the truck or tent. So we get in the truck, at the end of the evening. Their tent and all's there. We leave. We come back the second day. We waited a day, came back. They're still there. Tent's still there. They're out goofing around. So that's 3 days. We came back on the 5th day. Them bastards still there. We're like, wow, can't believe this. So we waited. And, we went back like Monday or Tuesday of this week. I go, let me back the story up. When we went there the last time, not this very last time before, the tent was there. The boat trailer was there. There was no truck and no boat. We were like, when we pulled in the dark, you see the tent and the trailer and no truck. I said, well, maybe one of them had to go back home and the other one's already out on the lake in the boat because, the trailer's sitting there.
Right.
Well, we get there and I said the boat must be over in the water, over we can't see, on the bank down there. So we get out there, dude, and there's no boat, no nothing. So all day we're like, how the hell are they gone in the truck and the boat's gone? So I thought about it. I said, well, that's a smaller aluminum boat they had with like a little 9.9. Told Lindy,
So that'll fit easily in the bed of the truck.
Maybe they went somewhere, you know, and trailer was screwed up. They just stuck it in the back of the truck and went somewhere. So we fish all day. We come out that evening. They're still not back, just a tent there. Lindy took pictures. I mean, dude, there's like a big freaking cooler sitting there, lawn chairs, lanterns, and there ain't nobody. I mean, it's us in this freaking tent full of shit. I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere. So we're like, wow, that's strange. So we waited a day, and we went back the other day. We pull in, and the truck and the boat was sitting on the trailer, and they were sitting there. I was like, well, what the hell? So I don't know what they did, but we got off the water. They were gone. But they spent at least a week camped at that boat ramp. What's up, Fever?
What up, Catfish? Fever?
It's FU Friday, so don't be surprised with the F-bombs.
Yeah, you can drop the F-bomb. It's okay.
And boring, every boat I've ever owned was a damn John boat. Because my name's J-O-N, John. And every letter I ever got from a woman was a Dear John letter. So.
Did you ever see those guys out there?
Yeah. We talked to them. They were we talked to them in a video.
Yeah, one of them. But did you ever see him out there after that? Or was it like, yeah?
And other things we saw. Another weird thing we saw when we launched the other morning, there was a man, and it was dark. There was a man, and it's barely getting light, and his boy, who was school age, looked to be 12 or so, launching a mud boat. So I thought, well, maybe they're fishing. We don't know. So these guys crank up the mud boat. They made a pretty fast lap all the way around the lake, put it back on the trailer, and left. So all we can figure is he must have had some gator lines, and him and his boy, maybe before school, went out there and run them.
Okay.
This is wild. Very cool. A 25-footer. I don't need no big 25-footer. But back to the crossbow story. Somebody mentioned crossbow. I did, I bow hunted for years, 30 years or more. So a lot of these deer in here bow. Well, when the crossbow phase started, I bought the crossbow I got. Shot a couple deer with it. Got to be turkey season. I said, I'm going to shoot a turkey. Went out the first day, killed a turkey with my shotgun. Said, I'm going back tomorrow and taking my freaking crossbow. I'm going to kill one with the crossbow. So, dude, I don't know if you ever seen somebody shoot a turkey with a bow. Usually they hit the turkey and then the race is on. Turkey's gone. You got to chase them down. Now, I'm hunting on the top of this, not quite a mountain, but a damn big hill, North Carolina mountain. So I'm prepared. I said, the minute I whack this turkey, and I had I still got it. It's a cool little blind. You got a little lawn chair sits right on the ground, and the blind flips up over you. You're like in a little bubble sitting in a lawn chair. So I'm sitting in that lawn chair. Two turkeys come in, and I'm ready. I done decided the minute I whack that freaking turkey with this crossbow, I'm going to have to jump out, and the race is going to be on. Dude, I pulled the trigger on that crossbow. Now, when you shoot one with a shotgun, that son of a gun will flop around. I've had to run out there and grab them, Dude, I hit that turkey with that crossbow, and it door nailed his ass. I mean, he went, and never kicked or nothing. I sat there and went, well,
never moved?
Never made a flinch or nothing. I was like, oh, that was pretty good.
You got him good?
Yeah, I nailed him. What we got here? Hank, you ever made them with groundhog fur? I know a guy from Minnesota that asked for something to make flies. I've never used groundhog fur, but I'm willing to give it a go. I'm thinking, isn't groundhog fur kind of short? Where Hank ties jigs, and they work for flies, but I don't know if it's long enough for jigs. It might be.
And if the jig sees its shadow, what happens?
You got 2 more years or 2 more weeks of spring or summer or something. Unless it's Groundhog Day, then you wake up. With my mama, I live Groundhog Day every freaking day, every 20 minutes.
That's true.
Like I told you a while ago, Doc, she come up here for supper, banging on the door, swearing up down she hadn't ate all day. Mama, you had a big old lunch. I did not. You sure? I said, I know I'll be, I just don't believe nothing. Did you think I'd let you go all day without eating? But I ain't ate nothing all day. The tail has long black hairs. Oh, I didn't know that about a whistle pig. I shot several, but I don't know that I ever went out there and picked one of them up.
When's turkey season for us down here, John?
Spring.
Spring. Okay.
Hank's into it. He gets fucking scared. Oh, that's too funny.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, YouTube's taking this down as soon as we're done.
No, they're not. I've heard lives cuss a hell of a lot more than this, man. You started tying flies for your dad. Cool. I try to keep flies off my mom, so it kind of works out.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, what was the mob joke I heard? Wait a minute, I was wanting to remember it. Let me think.
You're fucking terrible.
You know why I'm so fat? Because every time I bang your mom, she makes me a sandwich. I heard that was on like a biker's t-shirt I saw today, and I was like, dude, that's hilarious. So next time somebody calls me fat, I would say, yeah, your mom makes me a sandwich every time I go over and bang her. That's hilarious.
Do people go around calling you fat?
We made this FU Friday, 8:36. We're not waiting until 9 o'clock. Now, what'd you say, Doc?
I said, people go around calling you fat? No, anything. We're not waiting tonight.
I'm sure, dude. I'm fat ass. I ain't scared to be called a fat ass. But it's funny. If I showed y'all like a picture of me at 6 years old, I'm built exactly like I am now. I've never got any bigger, and I've never been no smaller, just a little bit taller. Not much taller.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I was going to say a little bit.
But, I mean, all my kids, I mean, I've had my same gut my whole life. Yeah, I don't care.
As long as you're comfortable with yourself, you're good to go.
I'm comfortable with myself. I get too comfortable.
Hank, I used one of your jigs to coax a pretty decent sized female off of a Peacock basket bed the other day. That was the only thing I got.
I'm fat as fuck, boy. Boy. That is too funny. Back at the beginning of the boy, I guess it was, God, this had to be late 90s. Maybe when Flavor Flav first came out. Who was he the hot man for?
Chuck D, Public Enemy. Chuck D, Public Enemy.
Right. When I was on that paintball tournament team, we had a guy, Adderholt, who was a part-time, thought he was a diver. So everybody got to calling him Froggy Boy. But we got it stuck where it was Froggy Boy. You had to say it with boy. He's even eating ice cream. I like ice cream.
I like ice cream.
That's right. You got to put it. I don't know, Hank. I'm bad about it, as my grandpa would call it. I leave shit out in the big shed, which is outside. Usually when I go to look for like a log chain, I have to think of where the last place I used it was. Go out there and dig it out from under the ground.
I'm the worst when it comes to that. I do the same thing. What's up, Tina? Uh-oh. It's an FU Friday, Tina. So if you want to get some F's off your chest, you know, you can like,
or if you get offended, but somehow it turned into FU Friday in here.
It went off the rails real quick.
Oh, dude, it started when you couldn't get online. They moved the train over to that other track then.
Yeah. I can't get online. The internet is all fucked.
Oh, speaking of your boy, I watched a video a while ago. Christopher Walken, pretty recent.
Okay.
He never knew who his father was. His mother, they all come from another country. I don't remember what country or whatever. But his mother, he never knew who. He had a man that raised him, but somehow didn't know his father. So this older guy did like a genealogy thing and then brought Christopher Walken in and was showing him pictures. You know, showed him that his mama was illegitimate. It said on her original birth certificate. But later she requested that another birth certificate be made, and they added this man's name to it, which Christopher Walken had never heard of that guy. They even found a picture of this dude, and he goes, yeah, no, it wasn't Christopher Walken's dad. It was his mom's dad. Right, okay. Because when he saw the picture of the man, he'd be his grandfather. He said when he saw that guy, he said, wow, that's got my mother's eyes, you know. and it was just a trip. Look, Tina's into it. It's finally effing Friday.
Get it, Tina.
But anyway, he got to see his daddy, who was like a damn Russian criminal, some crap. I mean, the only picture they found was his mugshot. And it's all black and white. I mean, he got, first thing Christopher Walken looked at it, he goes, he looks like a bad man. I mean, he did look like a bad man. But, you know, I want to know.
Christopher Walken now? He's got to be what? Late 80s?
He's in the 80s, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's got to be. Sucks about old Jimmy Buffett going away.
Yeah, that sucks. But man, did you hear what killed him?
Skin cancer, dude.
That's the scary part, dude.
Yeah, especially for like us, because we're out in the sun all the goddamn time.
I know. But think about Jimmy Buffett lived by the sun and died by the sun.
Yeah, but like the specific type of skin cancer that he died from was very rare.
Yeah.
Like, how messed up is that?
Real messed up.
I think the government gave it to him.
Yeah, I went down the rabbit.
I'm making that up.
I went down the rabbit hole today. Started watching Close Encounter clips. I forgot how cool that movie was.
Dude, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That was freaking awesome, dude. I was like really young when that came out, and that freaked me the fuck out. Like I was like, because my dad used to sit there and make us like. He didn't make us watch like scary movies, but like that's what my dad liked, and that's what me and my brother sat out there and watched. I remember watching like Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like 5, you know, like. And then Close Encounters of the Third. Alien movies always freaked me out more than like the serial killer horror movies did, because I always felt that like aliens like could be more real than the serial killers, and like alien movies freaked me out.
Okay, I'll make a confession right here, Doc. I have never seen any of the Friday the 13th movies. I've never seen a freaking Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I've never seen, you know, Jason. I've never seen none of that shit. I mean,
You've never seen Michael Myers? You've never seen like the Halloween?
I've never watched it all the way.
No?
I have never watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre all the way through.
Oh, what the F and F? Or let's just say, what the fucking fuck?
I just don't watch scary movies. And Ted likes turtles.
I like turtles. Oh, Joe, I knew those were your favorite.
Yeah, I never watched any of those. They weren't my. But now, Close Encounters didn't scare me when it came out when I was younger. I don't think it's scary.
No, it wasn't scary. It just like it as a young kid, it made me like the horror movies never scared me. I never had nightmares or anything like that. It's just like the alien shit like freaked me out because it could happen. And it like, you know,
there's probably not a guy.
You're like 6, 7 years old, and it's just like, are there aliens? Are there aliens?
There's probably not a guy with. There's probably not a guy with a mask made of skin going to kill you, but an alien might come suck you up, huh?
Right, exactly. Like
anyway,
Freddy Krueger, I was like, nah, we're good. Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason, I'm good. There's an alien. What? Where? I don't like. There's a light in the sky. Help! Like that messed me up. The one movie I will tell you this right now, John. More than Close Encounters, the one movie that really got to me as a kid was Fire in the Sky. No. No, it was Fire in the Sky. That movie, I was like, I couldn't sleep. I remember being a kid. I couldn't sleep the night that we watched Fire in the Sky. I remember watching that with my dad, and we watched Fire in the Sky. He rented it from the video store. And I
don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen it, heard of it.
It's an alien movie, and it was like all based on a true story. I think it was like guys in like I want to say Virginia or something like that. It was, and dude, Fire in the Sky, that freaked me the frick out. Like, not gonna lie.
Mark J, I know there's somebody else in that house with you that scares you, so I don't believe it. Lindia, that's a funny story. Lindia got freaked out by The Exorcist, and she don't watch it. She don't want to watch no commercials to this day. She don't like none of that. And yeah, I watched Poltergeist. That was a little
Exorcist
freaky.
never bothered me. Like, what's wrong with The Exorcist?
She didn't. It freaked her out. But
Oh.
I did watch Poltergeist. I will admit that.
Poltergeist, I remember. Yes, Anyfin. Poltergeist as a kid, that one freaked me out too. The braces thing, which I think was Poltergeist 2, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the braces thing, that messed me up because at the time when I watched that one, I had braces and I was like, oh, bruh. Yeah, the Poltergeist was good. Like, but they don't make movies like that anymore, dude. Hollywood sucks. That's why all the actors are striking and the writers are on strike. They're not striking because they want more money. They're striking because they can't figure out anything new to do.
I just noticed something. Bogley left. He didn't want in on the F-bombs.
Chris, God dang it. Don't make us cut that goddamn link off that fucking triangle.
Don't pick on Chris. He held me while you were gone. I got scared in here by myself. So, Boxy, I saw that you get ready to go hang out with Freezer Bound. You better buckle your seatbelt, old man, for that one.
Oh, he's going to hang out with Adam?
Yeah, I heard him saying that. Oh. Look at Bogley's comment. Yeah, it's too funny. And yeah, Annie Finn, I liked your last little video. That was kind of funny.
Time out and muted him.
Annie Finn put up a funny little video. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute.
What are some other movies that freaked you out as a kid?
Okay, there was one that I've never seen again that I can remember watching with my mom. I'm guessing on TV. And the only thing I remember is when they went out to the barn, there was like a red glow in like a gallon jar. It's like the demon lived out there. Showgirls, yeah, that freaked me out too. But it's like some kind of demon lived in like a. I remember them going out there. The jar was glowing red. Something about eyes upstairs in the broom. Just some old ass movie, but that freaked me out.
Huh.
And I can remember my mom watching Dark Shadows, the old soap opera that was based off of vampires. I don't know if they redid the movie years.
No, I don't remember that one.
But it was like an old soap opera based around vampires. And, this is like in the early 70s, so it wasn't scary. But, man, when that would come on, it scared the shit out of me. Now, Boring Fisherman, I like those. Does anybody know who Svengali is?
Svengali,
whoever, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Does the old shows the old movies and all that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a good one, Ted. Cujo with the Saint Bernard with the that was
Cujo.
That movie cool. that was a good one.
See, now these scary movies are too damn real. I don't want to watch that shit. And that's what I wonder. How does it feel to be an actor and watch a movie where like your freaking face gets ripped off and they suck your brains out? Now it looks so real. It's got to be weird to watch yourself get butchered.
Now, like, a lot of my students love like the Insidious movies and the Conjuring and stuff and I find those just dull. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever watched those. I find them dull as hell.
Look, Boxy's only worried about the Velvet Antler. Oh, did Buck send anybody else the picture of him on the stripper pole back in the day? Joe, did he share that with you?
He didn't share that with me.
All right. He said proof. He said, I want to send you proof about working.
Oh, dear God, no.
But this is back in the day. He said, he was in a band. He said,
yes, I did. Yes, I did, Boring.
But that is a young.
Oh my God! I thought it was going to be like a Photoshop thing. It's actually him on a. Okay.
It's a young Uncle Buck on a stripper pole. Said some bar they played had a stripper pole. What's crazy though, Damn, it looks like me. I wonder if I can get it. Let me try to get it.
No.
I'm trying.
No.
I'm trying. Hang
totally
on.
failing.
I'm
totally failing right now.
Well, just shut your mouth, man. See that profile? You can see the profile of Buck right there biting the dollar bill.
Not really.
Oh, God. You just told. Okay, where are you going tomorrow, Doc? Where'd you just tell me you're going tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get my eyes checked.
So F you there, buddy. I can see it just fine.
Boring Fisherman wants to know, am I a professor? No, I'm not. I'm not that high up. I'm a teacher. I teach television and film production.
What's the song?
I didn't get that. I can't. I feel very left out that Buck did not send me that photo.
He just sent it to me, man. I guess he thought I would enjoy the stripper pole.
I can see it on the big screen.
I'm trying to think of what other movies as a youngin' that freaked me out. I don't know. I only went and saw. My dad only went to the theater twice that I know of in my life.
And
he took us to
two movies. The two movies I remember going to, like, and I know we went to a lot more, but two of the most memorable. Critters was great, Joe. Oh, Critters was so much fun. I loved that movie. But like the two movies that I remember going to with my dad was Return of the Jedi and Jaws. Jaws 2. Or maybe it was Jaws 3. I can't remember. Whatever Jaws where it was 3D and like in the beginning of Jaws bit the arm off of somebody and it floated down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might have been Jaws 3 because I remember my brother going with us, so it would have had to have been Jaws like 2 or 3. And I remember my brother getting so freaked out because I remember Jaws, it was in 3D, and when the arm came floating down over the thing, my brother freaked out and we had to leave. And I remember Return of the Jedi because I couldn't read real well because it was like, what, 19? I think I was 78. I think I might have been 4.
Look we'll start up at the top. Boring Fisherman asks you what year do you teach?
I have our sophomores and our seniors.
Ted, the leprechaun. Only thing about leprechaun makes me laugh, makes me think of Wayne's World, where he goes, the leprechaun, and it freaks old Garth out every time. But then anything had to be taken out of Star Wars because when the second Yoda came out. But that would have been what? Return of the Jedi? Where did Yoda first appear?
Return of the Jedi? No, that was Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember my dad yelling at this lady because when we were watching Return of the Jedi, I could read, but I couldn't read as fast as the subtitles were coming up on screen for Jabba the Hutt. And dude, my dad went off on this girl because I kept asking him, what'd he say? And he turned right around and just jumped all over this bitch that was behind us. And guess who left the theater that day? Her, not us. And I was born in 78. I was born in 78, Annie Finn.
He said Amityville Horror freaked him out, but
that's a good one too.
Hank effing Snow couldn't get left out of it. There's Hank effing Snow on a stripper pole. He just emailed me the picture.
Oh my God. Like, does anybody else have stripper pole photos? Like, I don't know what's scarier. Our friends in the YouTube community on stripper poles or the movies we're talking about.
At a very old movie studio. I went and saw, anyway, back what I was saying about Pop, he only took us to see 2 movies. And one was the old movie from like the early 60s, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Anyway, him and my mom went to see that. I wasn't either, but apparently him and my mom went to see that in the theaters when they were dating, and then they re-released it, and we had to go see it. And then him being a military man, we went to the theater to watch the original Midway movie, which was like 4 freaking hours long. But the cool thing I remember about the Midway movie is at the beginning of it, you know how they show the short little reels at the beginning of the old movies?
Yeah.
This one was like supposed to be like a damn documentary chasing Bigfoot. It's when they released that. Remember the original footage where the guys on the horse and the Bigfoot's running across?
Yeah.
That was when that came out. So it was a whole documentary about that footage. I remember that freaked me out because, you know, we hunted and all that. I was like, that's weird.
Dude, do you, like, I know we've asked this before, but do you guys think Bigfoot's real?
No. You saw what with your
I don't.
dad there,
I don't.
Joe? No, because some redneck would have done busted a cat in one of them's ass.
Right. I don't think Bigfoot's real. You guys in the chat, is Bigfoot real? I don't think so. I'm gonna say I'm going a hard no here.
Now with all these trail cameras and all, yeah, because there ain't been a Bigfoot picture yet.
You got trail cameras, you got drones, you got infrared. I mean, I think we would have found it at this point, right?
Oh, the Darby O'Gill movie. That's cool, Joe. Yeah, I went. That was a cool movie. Doc, right, that's one you ought to look up. It's an old one, you know, and the Darby O'Gill, it's like he finds the little leprechaun.
Oh, Boxy, you're going to piss me off. Weird. You're going to piss me off with that Blair Witch Project. That goddamn movie, John's gone. Oh, no. We lost John. Boxy, the Blair Witch Project. That movie had so much hype to it. So much hype to it. There you are.
It kicked me off when I went to go do Blair Witch.
So excited?
No, I was going to do Blair Witch. I was going to go, I just saw something. I don't know what it is.
Dude, the Blair Witch Project, I remember I was in college, okay? Now, when I was in college in Orlando, and the Blair Witch Project was created by three or four kids that went to UCF, and I was in college in Orlando. And, dude, it was all the rage, and it just came out of the theaters, made all this money, and everybody was like, you got to watch the Blair Witch Project. And I never went to the theaters to see it. And I watched that film, and I literally wanted to go to UCF and find those kids and punch them in the throat. I hated it. I fucking hated it. It's awful. The Blair Witch Project was awful. There, I said it.
Mark, she's in the house. We had the cable guy. She was on the phone with cable a while ago. They've been trying to. She went and got a new cable box today, and she's been in there fighting with them. So I don't really know where she's at. She's around.
John, I can't get people's things to show.
It shows, dude. I'm looking at it. Bigfoot is real.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not showing up on my end. All right. Well, I'll deal with it because we're probably going to get off of here in just a little bit anightaway because I know you're exhausted. I'm exhausted.
I'm having fun now. I'm having fun.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll keep going. Bigfoot got him.
Man, we got Life 360. Uh-oh. Bigfoot got Doc. Oh, no. Doc, come back. Come back, Doc. See how YouTube has done shut us down. Well, welcome to my show. I can't do nothing. I can't bring nobody up. I can't do nothing. Shane, my old man took me to see Grizzly Adams. Boy, I used to watch Grizzly Adams. I love that movie. What was the other Mountain Man movie with that's right, Mark. They got rid of his ass. You're out. So we don't even have him here, so we can run amok now. Could be, you never know. Yeah, boy, you gonna tell me aliens are big hairy people there, Ted? And I got his wish. That's right. The censor file, that's right. It caught up with him and booted, but it didn't kill his show. You'd think that it took the show with him. But no, they left me up here because I've been saying freaking. I ain't said fucking, not one. Well, I guess I have now, but I've been saying freaking. Doc. His internet was crap earlier. Oh, Docky. See, right when I told him we was going to stay on later, I guess he said, F that. Boom, I'm out. So who's fishing tomorrow? We're supposed to get rain most of the day tomorrow. We'll probably go Sunday or Monday. Let me text old Doc Tari. Oh, Ted sent a picture. Ted, is that a real thing or did somebody just put that up there? It says, warning, Bigfoot area, stay on the trails. Oh, Shane going fishing in the morning. When's the team tournament start, Shane?
Hey. I told you YouTube was going to shut us down.
Oh, that's what everybody said. Just when I told you we were going to stay on later, you were like, fuck that. Boom. All right, Hank, if you're in the woods late at night alone and you hear Bigfoot scream, then tell me it's fake. How do you know it's Bigfoot that you heard? Could have been me. Something scare me.
What's 21st of September?
When the team tournament starts.
Oh, okay. I missed all that.
That's a funny thing. All the years I deer hunted, dude, I would walk through these mountains 2 hours before daylight with a little old flashlight. And I was never scared of the dark. I just hated getting scared in the dark. Like walk up on a deer bedded and in the middle of the dark, it jump up and just start busting through. I hated that. I knew it was a deer. I knew it wasn't going to get me, but you still stand there in the trail going, ho, ho, God, oh, I hated that. I hated that.
I don't know, man. I think if Bigfoot was real, I think with all the technology we have, I think we would have. I don't know. It's just I get wary because every time I see like Bigfoot footage, it's always grainy as shit, and it's shaky, and it's just like, dude, everybody has a freaking like 4K camera in their pocket.
Yeah.
Like
you talking about grouse? My first encounter with a grouse, I was hunting some land I got in the mountains of Tennessee. I'm up my stand, and I start cussing because even way up there in the mountains, I could hear some ghetto buggy bumping bass. You could hear boom, 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 boom. I was like, I can't believe I can hear that from here. And I kept sitting there a little while. I was like, no, that shit's closer than that. And I finally got pinned in, and it was a grouse sitting below me on a tree. And they thump or whatever they call it. He is the hide and seek champion. Somebody would have hit him with a freaking Ferrari or something.
I saw
no,
some
Joe. That's just, Joe, you were just watching Scrambled Cinemax. Remember back in the day when you try to watch a movie with boobies on scrambled channels and you'd see a nipple like way up here and the other nipple.
Oh, yeah. You get your head tilted sideways. You get your head tilted. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Wait a minute. What's Boxy saying? Oh, no, that's Ted. Yes, Box. That's why I'm not heading to Adams. My son and me are getting ready in his first year, helping me. So I'm excited to go. Okay.
I'm probably going to get kicked off.
Washington, Montana. Never seen a Bigfoot with all the game cameras. There would be a good picture of a devil on the road. That's right, Mark J. Some redneck would have shot that some gun out the window of a Silverado.
See, now I'm going to get kicked off again because I don't see everybody's chat now. It's stopped for me.
They're
killing me here.
They found that escaped convict. They picked him up on an infrared camera. Then storms came in and they had to leave. He's gone. He's gone. Wait a minute. Parabellum. Boxy out there. Wait till you hear what I made his coach favorite alarm do next time it goes off. What alarm, Anti? And I agree with somebody said a while ago. If Shane Flint said there's no Bigfoot, there's no Bigfoot. Because he is one of the men in black. They know about aliens. They know about Bigfoot. They know about all that. And Mark J., if there was a Bigfoot, you'd have done caught one in a trap. Yep, you don't hide from the infrared. Which I did watch a movie where a guy laid down in a creek and they didn't pick him up. Oh, I'm down too. Nope. I'm back. I'm back. Y'all see me now? Hello. Yeah, I'm back up. Ted, that is awesome. Rick is supposed to have a box of Rubline Scent at Adams for me. And that's true, Joe. Saying he's not real is something that Men in Black would say. Okay, Anyfin, I have an answer for that. The reason we still have monkeys, because the world used to be covered with jungles, and monkeys lived in the jungles. When the plains started forming, water started drying up and started making grasslands. Some of the monkeys moved out to the grasslands. Well, after feeding for thousands of years in the grasslands, how do you see in the grass? You got to stand up to look over the grass. So I think those monkeys started standing up, looking over the grass. The monkeys that stayed in the jungle, they stayed as monkeys. But them monkeys that went to the grassland is what we are now. We come from them grassland monkeys. Called evolution, son. Oh, Joe, I'm glad to comment that he's got stuck up there. Yours wasn't a F-U, buddy. Yeah, we grassland monkeys, Anyfin. I swear that's what I mean. They say what we come up out of the ocean. We slithered up on shore. But I think that's what I heard one time about the monkeys in the grassland, because they can prove a time when like the grassland started. And I think that's when, because think about it. A monkey in the jungle got to use all four hands, let's say 2 feet and 2 hands to climb a tree and grab food. But once they hit the grasslands, they're standing up, which gave them 2 free hands. Once they had free hands, they finally one of them picked up a rock and whacked something in the head with it. It was like, oh, hell. They ate their first meat. Meat makes your brain grow. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. Bill Gates was born.
Telling you, YouTube's against me, dude. It's the second time they kicked me out.
Dude, it kicked me for a little bit with you. I thought it was over.
Yep.
I was still showing I was here, but I looked at my phone and we were both gone.
Yep. I'm telling you, they don't like the F-bombs.
That's right, Hank. Bigfoot is just a big-ass monkey. But there ain't one, because somebody done killed his ass.
I would think so at this point.
Or you'd find a dead one or a skull. And that means if there's still a Bigfoot, unless that son of a gun's half Dracula and lives like 400 years, there's got to be some female Bigfoots, some male Bigfoots, and some baby Bigfoots. You never see a picture of a baby Bigfoot. Every once in a while, I want to be carrying one. And ain't nobody ever got a good picture of it. They always look like Doc up there's camera. They always look like shit like that.
You never see baby squirrels either, like little baby squirrels.
I see baby squirrels. Their mama, they'll latch on to mama.
I've never seen baby squirrels, dude. Like where I live, I don't see baby squirrels. You don't see little baby squirrels over here.
Man, growing up, we had several pet squirrels. My old man be out dicking around, somehow end up with a couple little newborn, feed them with eye droppers and shit and raise them up. Hell, I've done that.
I've never seen one. I've never seen a little baby squirrel. I've never seen a little baby squirrel.
We had a flying squirrel for a long time until he flew the hell off. That's right,
Where'd
Joe.
it go?
Babe, I don't know. Wherever squirrels go. Baby shark, doop, 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 doop. Yeah, man. I've seen baby squirrels, so they're real. Squirrels are real.
Oh yeah, squirrels are real. I ain't
never seen baby Bigfoot.
Maybe YouTube doesn't like the fact that we're talking about Bigfoot. What do you think it is? Do you think it's the F-bombs or Bigfoot?
And you know what else I'm wondering now that you're bringing it up? You kill elk like during the rut because they're bugling. You kill deer during the rut. So does Bigfoot have a rut? Do they go in the heat and chase female Bigfoots around with a big swollen? And does Bigfoot have a pecker? You got an innie or an outie?
And how come nobody's ever seen Bigfoot poop?
Back our hunting cabin up in Tennessee. We went to the grocery store. I bought a damn Inquirer magazine, and the story or paper, the story on the cover was, I got molested by Bigfoot. And it was some dude that had a Bigfoot wearing a dress, and we hung it on the wall. I got molested by Bigfoot. Oh, was that a female on the old Patterson film? How you know that? See his boobies? Bigfoot boobies? Oh, God. I'm not even going to see what he called it. SWC, baby. God damn it. Anti.
Dude,
I told you
on it tonight.
I told you I had a gut and a big old head as a kid. Dude, that's another story. Like in 4th grade, we had to bring baby pictures in, 4th, 5th grade, something. And they hung them on a wall, and everybody had to pick out, who the baby was. They thought I was a waterhead baby because I had a big old damn head as a kid. I still got a big old head, but I had a big old head as a kid.
Did they pick you out?
Oh, hell yeah. You can't miss my big old noggin, son. Oh, they showed the boobies, did they, Snake? I have to look those up. And I've looked at every National Geographic when I was in elementary school. I've seen some pretty close looking to damn Bigfoot boobies.
Remember those when you were in like elementary school and middle school?
Hell to the yeah.
National Geographic.
Hell to the yeah.
Those would be banned today.
Jungle boobies, man. Ain't nothing wrong with jungle boobies.
Dude, they're crazy with the way the books are at schools now, dude. Like,
Ted, me making the jungle.
Insane.
Hang on. Ted, me making the jungle boobies joke reminds me of somebody we were talking about earlier that you said that you were going to have them come up on my live. I guarantee Ted just laughed because he knows what I'm talking about. And didn't they? I just got a copyright strike because of jungle boobies.
For what?
That song, Jungle Boobies, Jungle Boobies. Remember, that's the one that got blocked was Jungle Boobies.
Did you get a copyright strike or completely blocked?
Remember they took it just a claim. Oh, let me tell you another funky YouTube story.
Because I know you had to remove a video and then post it, and then a couple days later, the original one came back up.
It was over Jungle Boogie. But let me tell you a funnier little thing. The last video I just put out. Remember the post I put in the 4-way about FU Soul Train Awards?
Yes.
Okay, I had to go back and change the beginning because, that was the first visual claim I got. That cartoon of the Soul Train. Anyway, it was a whole cartoon thing I used. So I went back, took it out, and made my own using the other Soul Train and all. But dude, I forgot I used it again at the very end of the video. They didn't take it from when I redid it, they let it go up. And the end was exactly like the beginning. And then about 2 days
because
go ahead.
What YouTube does is they're looking at like the first few minutes of your video.
Yeah.
Just like they've said before with the monetization and everything about cussing and everything like that. If it's not within like the first like few minutes of the video, they're not going to catch it.
And then but then about 2 days later, they got the copyright claim from, I didn't know MTV owned BET, but it was from MTV.
It's all Paramount. It's all BET, anyway, Paramount, MTV. It's all owned by the same company.
2 days after it came up, they came back and copyright claimed the part at the end. But for 2 days, they didn't even claim it at all, but they blocked it the first time. It was a block. So, who knows?
Screw them.
What are you talking about? Collaborate and listen, Joe. What? Stop. Collaborate and listen. Anti's back with a brand new edition.
Oh no, I'm going back in the chat. I'm going back in the chat to look to see.
I just saw a fucking squirrel go fucking Anti. And Doc, I bet you were all into Vanilla Ice because he was all down around your part of town too, wasn't he?
Not then. Not back in the 90s. And I remember when Vanilla Ice, when that song hit That was what, 89, 90. We were actually living in Tennessee at that time.
Oh.
But like he wasn't down here. He didn't move down here until much, much later on. Actually, he's only been down here, I would say, probably for about the past like maybe 10 years that he's been down here, maybe 15. That he's been down here in Palm Beach County.
I think it's pretty cool that he woke up long enough to make the song.
Right?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Why would he be asleep?
You talking about the Suge Knight thing?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Because his real name is Rob Van Winkle, right?
Yeah.
And wasn't Rip Van Winkle? Wasn't Rip Van Winkle the sleeper?
Oh, okay.
How you like Joe? The message effing retracted. Do a video with Funky Cole Medina. Oh, I can do that.
Oh, good old Tone Loc.
Tone Loc.
Who was great, by the way, in Ace Ventura.
Hey, Bayou Buck. We just showed you stripper pole picture a while ago, Buck.
Oh, now here it comes again. Here it comes again, Buck.
And Buck, it's FU Friday.
He's driving home.
No, he's not just driving home. What's he doing, Doc? He's effing driving home.
Oh, that's right.
Look, Joe done wrote out, hey, Buck, how the fuck are you?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, F you too. And, you asked about Lindy. She's probably watched it in there and was like, no.
Lindy is like, no. I'm not a part of this.
Land of the Lost. That wasn't a Bigfoot. That was, what was his name in Land of the Lost? The little damn.
Oh, the
Chaka.
It wasn't the Yeti. Chaka, that's it.
Chaka wasn't a Bigfoot. And man, they were so. I remember getting home from school, watching Land of the Lost. I watched it on YouTube recently and watched the intro and look at that and go, how the hell did I think that was cool?
Well, because that's all you had to reference back then, dude. Like, I mean, now we see all this stuff that, we got. Back then, that was the coolest shit you could see. That's all we had.
And I went back not too long ago, tried to watch the original Star Wars, and I couldn't hardly do it because when the Millennium Falcon is flying, I mean, you can literally see the string hanging from it as it goes by. You're like, what the hell?
Dude, I will say this, though.
Star Wars, the flea stacks.
But Star Wars changed the way movies were made. Like,
wait a minute,
I'll give it up to Star Wars for that. It changed the way movies were made.
We can only talk Schlee Stack for the next 2 minutes.
We got to do this for 2 minutes?
To the land of the lost. I'm trying to think of Will and Harley. Wait a minute. Will and Holly Marshall on a routine expedition.
Just look it up.
I don't know. And don't even get me started on HR Puffin stuff. That was back in.
Oh, John brings that up all the time when we're on the boat.
I love HR Puffin stuff.
Hey, Amanda.
You know why I love it?
Oh, and Amanda already knows.
That's right. Oh, how does Amanda know? She said, hello, Doc and John.
But then
Joe wrote.
Oh, that's Joe. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, my bad.
That's right. I'm Uncle Buck, and I like the Buck.
It's FU Friday, Amanda.
Just so you know, Amanda, it's FU Friday, so it's an F-bomb rich environment in here today.
There we go. There's Buck.
No, look at you. Hey, Amanda, how the F are you, mate? Schlee stacks are in the future. I wish Schlee stacks to the wind back when I was younger, boy. That's for damn sure. Schlee stacks kind of freak me out. So I got a bunch of crystals in there in case I got to damn work them things around. I got them get ready to Schlee stacks.
Do you really have crystals in there that you move around?
No, I actually do have crystals though, because our farm in Carolina,
Yeah.
the one big 30-acre field where we picked up all of our arrowheads. Sometime in the teens, it was a damn quartz crystal mine in the same field. And dude, I had jars of these big old white quartz crystals. My grandfather, it disappeared. Somebody stole it when he died, but he had a rock. Dude, it was huge, flat rock. That the whole top of it was the points of nothing but quartz crystals. And he would keep it by his door, and that's where he'd always clean his boots off at. But it was probably a 3 foot by 3 foot flat rock. And I mean, literally, the whole top of it was nothing but quartz crystals.
And somebody stole it?
It just got gone when my grandpa died. Somebody in the family's got that.
Okay.
Oh, Amanda goats Joe's well. That's what we call goat ropers, is a goat. Talking about goat ropers. You know, my mom's side of the family are cowboys from way back. My grandfather hopped the train during the Depression to go to Texas to learn to be a cowboy and all. But when freaking Brokeback Mountain came out, I remember hearing about these gay-ass cowboys, and, man, it really bummed me out. And then somebody told me they were goat herders. I was like, oh, that explains it all. Hank, them effing crystals are big, son. I got some nice.
This is so getting taken down off YouTube after we post it tonight.
I'm just saying effing. Hey, I had to take one down for you, Doc.
True. I'm not. I'll just let YouTube take it down. I don't care.
People don't even probably remember that live where Doc got about 4 or 5 beers into the wind, and he said enough things that to save his job at the school, we decided we'd just delete that one right off the bat.
I don't think it was that bad. Everybody else did.
It was pretty bad, Doc.
Was it? Oh. Was it?
Come on, Amanda, drop an FU about JV. Come on, I'd love to see that. Okay, and to Hank's, I fed my companion animal FAF Oakley stacks.
I don't know what that means.
Fucking A, fucking O. I don't know. Well, see, Joe put Ellum, laughing my fucking ass off. Okay. But then I FA fucking ass. Fuck off. I don't know. He got me on that one.
Yeah, he's got me on that one too. I'm having a hard time with that one.
Anyway, the crystals, the thing I'm talking about, my grandpa probably had hundreds, and it was just the points of them sticking up in that rock the way he got it. Oh, okay. F around and find out. There you go.
Figured Joe would be on that one.
Joe's all over. He knows. I bet he has that FU video. You know, the one where they use it as a verb and a noun and an adjective. And
I wish I had the F video from Joe, but I wasn't recording when he said it when we were out on the boat. I wish I had that. I would make that like my text tone.
Ted's got to go.
Like every time I got a text, it would just be Joe yelling, "Fuck!"
All right, everybody in chat, send Ted a FU on the way out.
Good night, Ted.
Later, Teddy. Little effing deep for you guys. I think Anti and Hank and Joe have enjoyed FU Friday. I think they've enjoyed it.
I think they have.
But see, Hank drives that public transportation bus. I bet he does the Joe. I bet he drops the Joe F-bomb, screams it all the time. Ah!
After everybody gets off that damn thing.
Boxy probably yells, "Frig!"
Oh, I know you're loving it, Joe.
These fucking jackasses are fucking stupid. Hey, Anti, now, come on.
Come
you
on.
can say the F-bomb, but don't call it jackass.
Nice.
Dog, did I tell you about when I went in the bar that night? And I sat down beside this dude. Bartender came over, gave me a beer. The guy beside he says, "Hey, I want a beer." The bartender come over and says, "Here's your beer, jackass." I'm like, damn. So it goes on a little bit later. That guy waved again. Bartender brought the beer over, flopped it down. Said, "Here you go, jackass. Here's your beer." A little bit later, bartender looked up and says, "Hey, jackass, you want another beer?" I finally looked over at the guy. I was like, "Wow, dude, You don't mind that bartender calling you jackass? He looked over at me and goes, he always calls me that. At work, they have shut the fuck up Fridays. I bet it's quiet.
Nobody talks.
And Buck, it is so cute when you catch a 4-pound bass and you and Bubba both start going, oh my God, that's a stud. That's a tank there, son. I mean, they get all beside themselves. You went to weigh that one in this last video. I thought it was going to be 7-8 pounds. It's 4 pounds. That's right. Then the bartender lifted up the guy's balls and said, it's 230, senor. Joe, was that in the live when Joe told me he told his stepfather or his father-in-law that joke? Or his father, somebody. Fuck you, Kenny.
What up, Kenny? Kenny, it's FU Friday.
Joe loves that joke. It's 230, senor.
It's 230, senor. Didn't we tell that? You told that joke on the boat that day. Or somebody
told that
did.
joke many times. I don't remember where I heard that joke, but it's a good one. That's right. That's right, Joe. It ain't the first one I've thrown at Kenny, just so you know. Crochet, Buck. Crochet.
Crochet.
Those effing Fridays suck effing big time, don't they? Wow, man. I thought we had to give shit away and make people happy, but all we got to do is make it FU Friday.
Right? I mean, just give people the opportunity to cuss on YouTube. They're like...
Won't be the last either. That's true, Kenny. Won't be the last. What's funnier is some poor soul is going to come back and just try to watch a little bit of it later, not look at chat or not be like, what in the hell's going on up in here? Nah, that's a lie. That'll done be pulled off by then.
Oh, yeah, no, it's getting shut down. I probably won't have a channel after tonight, so whatever.
You ain't making no videos anyway.
Exactly.
Easy go. And Jim, what is this shit, Boxy? The Nicholas Green kid got his channel hijacked. Then
what?
They put up something on there that got him banned.
What happened?
The Nicholas Green kid who has like 1 million freaking followers. I didn't know he had that many till I went and looked. But somebody hacked his channel.
That was a younger kid, right? That I remember. I think I remember looking at him through Boxy's channel.
Okay, let's don't do like they do with some other catfishing people. The big boy. He's a damn big boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, they hacked his channel. He couldn't get back on his channel. And then when he finally got his channel back, whoever hacked it had posted something that got him banned from YouTube for a while.
So how does channel get hacked? Just
I don't know no followers.
No? Okay.
Talking about calling him a big boy. How can I tell this story without it? I can't. Never mind.
You can't. The minute you looked up to the sky, I knew you couldn't.
I was thinking, I want to tell a story. I have to save it for the 4-way. But it's another one of those where people just will not point out the obvious. You know, everybody, I guess the little bit of politeness, nobody wants to point it out when they're like, oh, that looks just like her. No, she's like 400 pounds, and that person will look like about 100. So, no, they're not just alike. Everybody, it's going to be fucking awesome when the fucking Coastal Fever goes into the kitchen and his daughters are having on Friday. Can't see it. That's right. He's going to go in there and bitch about that hole in the wall, and his daughter's going to look up and say, it's FU Friday, Daddy. I done heard.
Dude, the first curse word that Kinsley ever said, and I remember she was like 3 or 4. And she was doing something with her toys and it wasn't working. And she goes, what the fuck? And I was like, oh. I thought it was funny. The wife did not.
Kenny, you missed it. Do you know why I'm fat, Kenny? I'll tell you why I'm fat.
Why?
Because every time I bang Kenny's mom, she makes me a sandwich.
You were waiting on You've been waiting on that all night since you said it about a half hour ago.
About an hour ago, really. Well, I have to drive a bunch of effing tourists around tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning, so I'm effing out. Peace.
All right, Hank.
F you, Hank Snow. Appreciate it. Kenny's just got water weight. He's holding water. And I'm big bone, Kenny. I like sandwiches.
I like sandwiches.
Little Debbie.
Little
Debbie is she's a little hoe too. And do you not think that little boy in Forrest Gump looked more like damn Lieutenant Dan than it did Forrest?
Oh, now you're making me think way too hard.
I don't think that was Forrest's baby. I think that's Lieutenant Dan's baby. Because that movie proved Jenny was a hoe.
But Jenny didn't have Forrest. That would have been Sally Fields.
Jenny had little Forrest.
Oh, little Forrest. I thought you were talking about Forrest when he was little, like in the beginning of the movie.
No, I'm talking about baby Forrest looked more like damn Lieutenant Dan than it did Forrest.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have done better there.
I'm just surprised he wasn't black since he broke up their Panther Party. I accidentally taught my oldest nephew when he was a kid F. My sister was not impressed. You taught him, okay, let's hope you taught him the word. Let's just hope you taught the kid the word.
Yes.
My daddy beat my ass for cussing and be cussing me the whole time he's whipping my ass for cussing.
Oh, I got the same thing, dude. I cussed and my dad beat my ass and was cussing me when he was beating my ass.
Damn, those was the good days when you could get your ass beat by your daddy.
Yes.
I'll be honest.
I would take those every single day to have my dad back.
I was getting ready to, Doc, that's what I was getting ready to say. I would about give anything to get an ass whipping from my daddy. I still got the damn 12-gauge ramrod hanging over there that he beat my ass with.
100%. I would my dad used to beat me with the belt, and I would fucking take that every single day just to have him back.
Living, just since you joined, just know it's FU Friday. So
what up, Living?
If the F-bomb bothers you any, I wouldn't read chat or listen. We declared it FU Friday, and the people have spoken.
Yeah, it's evident that like a lot of the people that we're friends with really want to use the F word a lot in the chat.
Because they can't do it anywhere. I know I've sat around and wished I could damn write it in many a chat.
I don't know. YouTube's I've already been kicked out twice and had to come back in, so I don't know what's going to happen with this live after it's done, but
that effing Canadian fishing musician tried to get me kicked out of freaking Sunfish Kings live back in the day because I said something about I had a crystal meth making video.
Does that
really
matter, though?
If that wasn't a pot calling the kettle black.
True.
Kenny said it's his mom who beat him. He's afraid of that bitch still. My mama tries to whip me more now than she ever did as a kid. She raised her hand at me yesterday, and I had to get up in her face and say, look here. You are not going to raise your hand at me. And I'm glad my mama can't watch the news because I threatened to put her in an old folks home, and we saw on the news tonight that in all assisted living places like around the country, there's a shortage. They've closed them down since COVID. There's like over a year waiting period for any of them.
Yep. Dude, when Jen's grandmother was nearing the end of her life, like she had to go to an assisted living facility, and that was during the peak of COVID. And dude, I'm telling, like, luckily we got her in, but like it was such bullshit because when she passed away, we couldn't even freaking be there for that bullshit COVID thing that they got going on. Yeah, they had going on. It sucked, dude, but it like took forever to get her there, and it was I don't trust him.
Put up what Buck
I've said
wrote.
it before. I don't trust him.
Yeah, put up Bayou Buck's comment. And yes, anti-pig porn does matter.
I replied, "You son of a bitch." Oh yeah, I cussed back at my dad one time. Yeah, that was the last time I ever did it.
I can remember being about 16, standing in the living room at the base of the stairs that went upstairs. My old man's chair was right there. I don't remember what went down, but I remember him standing up, looking at me. He goes, "You're about too old to get that ass whipped now." And it's kind of like that deal with Buck. I tried not to get that little grin, in the corner of your mouth, but I guess I did. And before I could get a full grin out, he hit me with the palm of his hand right there on the forehead. Just dude, boom. I went back on them steps, and he goes, "And whippings weren't too bad, were they?" I don't know.
I remember my dad. I remember I bowed up at my dad one time, and he was like, "All right, you man enough to do this?" He went out in the backyard, and he was like, "Come on." I was like, "No." And that was about when I was like 16 years old.
I bet my old man could walk in that door right now and give me that look. Y'all would think he could chill my shit just by looking at me.
Oh, my dad, yeah. My dad used to get that look. I remember it. He would open those goddamn eyes like wide as hell, and like I knew, like, no, that put the fear of freaking God in me, dude. And no, my brother tested him a lot. My brother tested my dad a lot, and my brother felt the wrath. I was smart enough to know, like, no, we're not going to fight this battle.
It's funny. My old man, they lived in an A-frame. The whole front was glass. So sitting in his chair, he could look out the glass at the driveway. Dude, I was married. I don't know if I had kids or not, but I drove up over there, walked up on the porch, walking in. My old man was sitting in his chair, and he starts giving me that look, dude, as I'm coming across the porch. And I ain't shitting you, man. I opened that door, and I was like, "What?" And just stood there a minute. He looked at me, and then he bust out laughing. He goes, "I just wanted to see if it still worked." I was like, "It does." My old man was.
It'll always work, dude. It'll always work. Like, no matter what. I mean, that shit always. I'm glad I don't have boys in the fact that, like, I don't have to beat their ass, and like, but at the same time, like, having girls it's emotional. Joe knows it's an emotional fucking roller coaster.
Okay, whoa. What do you mean Joe knows?
You know too. You know, yes.
I got a 32-year-old daughter and a 33-year-old, 31-year-old and 32-year-old daughter, 3-year-old daughter.
But having girls is different, isn't it? Like from where we were raised.
Our girls never got a spanking. They figured it up after about 8 years old. They never even got a spanking or anything. My dad was punching me in the forehead at 16.
Yep.
But man, I was a trifling kid. I bought me a dirt bike. I worked at the lumber yard with my daddy, saved up my money. Dude, I had to have been about 13. He took me down to the Honda shop, and I bought a brand new 1982. No, it wasn't that new. It was about an 80 XR80 dirt bike. Man, I thought I was big shit. Rule was I had to buy my own gas, couldn't take none of his gas. He got tractors, farm equipment everywhere. Never forget the first time he walked down to the barn, and I had a siphon and hose in his tractor, and I was putting that shit in my dirt bike. It's a smaller tractor. The big one was diesel, but I was sucking gas at it. He come around that corner, snatched that garden hose out of that freaking tank, and beat my ass with that garden hose.
And you deserved every freaking bit of it.
Then another one, I went down there and stole gas and put it in if I'm not mistaken, it was a red antifreeze jug. We had snow.
All right, Buck.
Oh, you see, you had an 82 XR80. Man, I loved that little thing. But anyway, I went down there and stole gas, got by with it, went up to the house to the garage where the dirt bike was, put the gas in it. But I was so excited to go riding. Instead of going down there and putting that can back in that shed, I tried to throw it in that shed, and it went on the roof of the shed in the snow. A big red can. And I thought, Pop will never notice it. Dude, he pulled in from work and walked in the door and said, why is that can on top of that roof? Walks down there and follows my badass footprints in the snow where I went down to the tractor, siphoning gas out. Oh, I got to read up again. Dad, Jesus fucking Christ. God fucking damn it, right? No, Dad, God fucking damn it. He's Jesus fucking Christ. That sounded a lot like Daddy. I don't think he'd ever used Jesus Christ. That wasn't one of his words. F-bomb was one of his favorites, a GD.
Yeah, that was my dad. Yeah, my dad never used Jesus Christ very often.
When I hear Jesus Christ, I think of the old Hair. Remember the old Hair movie? Jesus Christ, superstar.
No, I never.
In the world do you think you're?
I never watched that.
I didn't watch it either, but I know the damn songs from the hippie.
Well, yeah, but
no,
it doesn't. That doesn't ring in my head when I hear it.
Mowgli, you still watching us on the big screen? F you.
Of course he is. Did you just F you him just for watching us on the big screen?
For general purpose.
I kind of want Mowgli to watch us on the big screen with the Axl Rose bandana and the long hair.
Man, like did I not nail it with the Mowgli on stage singing the new version of Damn Welcome to the Jungle?
You weren't lying when you said you were going to milk that thing for all it was worth.
Well, see, he sang a second version and sent it to me, or I put it on the 4-way. You know, the first version he's talking about on the Delaware, but he sent back and said, "John and Lindy, you're gonna catch some fish." And I got to admit,
that gave you carte blanche to go ahead and rehash it.
And I got to admit, I thought the bouncing manatee was a nice touch.
I mean, it's funny to us. I'm sure a lot of people are like, what the hell is that?
Had no clue what a manatee was about.
Yeah.
But I know when Chris watched it the first time, he went, holy shit.
He was like, this son of a bitch.
And I thought it was kind of cute the way I did the fish all the way off the screen and it comes back over here. Because he was doing the fish.
No, it made me laugh.
Yeah, there was only one part. Like I said, I had to match it up to your old one. And there was only one little part where you start singing in the picture before you do. And you ought to see how I had to do that. I had to splice where you said the words at. And then I took the old video and I laid them into place. And then I had to go down, get the music and put it in. There's a lot of work to get it lined up. Because, you know, they didn't sing both of them at the same pace.
Just for an inside joke that about like 10, 15 of us will get.
What?
I said just for an inside joke that only about 10 or 15 of us will get.
Yeah, but well worth it. Well worth it. There's a lot of those in my videos, little things that only a couple people are going, holy shit.
But that's the fun part about YouTube, you know?
Okay, wait a minute, Anti.
You do those little things like that.
I know the words to Amazing Grace, and my ass ain't been in church too many damn times, so come on. I'm the guy, though. That's the truth. Me and Lindy listen to music. She don't have a clue what the words were. She can't. I don't know if she can hear them, but they don't stick out. She hears the music. When I listen to a song, I hear the words. I don't hear the music as much.
Well, you're listening to the lyrics.
Yeah,
and you're trying to figure out how can I use this and make this a video. It's
a shame I wasn't better looking and could sing because I can remember lyrics I could put a whole portfolio in this brain and spit them out. Okay, funny fact. I know the words to a hell of a lot of 90s gangster rap.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah. I mean, like all Snoop Dogg, all that shit. Ain't Dr. Dre. I can jamble all that. And a bunch of Insane Clown Posse. I really got into Insane Clown Posse for a while.
I know nothing of their songs. I know the one song that made it big, but other than that, I never got into them at all.
Okay, come on now. With a band that has a lyric that says, I cut your finger off and stick it in your butt and glue it shut. I mean, come on, that's classic stuff there.
Yeah, but I just never got into them, dude. I always thought they were, for lack of a better word, clowns.
I didn't say I watched them, but the songs are hilariously funny.
Dude, have you seen... Oh, you're not on Instagram. Maybe Joe has... I don't know if Joe's on Instagram. Joe's on Instagram. Have you seen this guy, I don't know, he's like a Spanish guy, but he's a drummer. And
I know who you're talking about, the machine drummer.
Yeah, that guy is fucking insane.
Yes. Dude, did you see the one where he had the triple bass pedal?
Yes, with the Foo Fighters song. With the Foo Fighters song, that was. Oh my God, that was nuts. That was.
And I'll fucking tell her. Don't worry. Yeah, that dude, he pops up on my YouTube all the time. You know, all you got to do is watch one of them. Dude, the one I watched today, he said, to prove I'm a computer. He starts the bass with his foot, and then they start like the computer loop that's hitting his notes. You're like, boom, 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 boom. You know, right in time. And you can tell he's right on it. Well, then he starts with another drum, and they start that one going. And, dude, he is hitting every one on the. It's pretty wild. I was like,
he's insane, dude. Like when I saw that, and I actually saw the triple pedal thing today when he did with the Foo Fighters song. I was like, I had the same reaction as like one of the guys, because I saw another video where like he's like a drummer guy that reacts to his videos, and he's just like, yeah. And I'm sitting there, I'm doing the same thing. I'm like going, holy shit, dude. I mean, that guy's incredible.
Yeah, I see him enough. I'm just flipping through shorts now. It'll pop up here in a second because you know how it is. Once you watch one, you get a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah, they just start feeding you.
Dude, I love these guys.
Oh, the Hodge twins?
Yeah, man. Them dudes make me laugh.
They're hilarious.
God damn, all these anything shorts popping up now. God damn, he's like Ted. He'll make a damn short over anything. Jailbait. I did laugh at Jailbait the other day. I don't know. It just popped up in the shorts where he's holding up a Mega Million ticket. And he goes, 100-some million. And he throws it away. And he goes, and I didn't win none of it. And he goes, and somebody whose name is G Money, I don't have no dang money. I just laughed.
Dude, it was funny. The other day I went over to the convenience store and picking up some provisions. And there was a guy in front of me, and he kept John, I know you buy lottery tickets a lot. Okay? Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. When you buy your lottery tickets,
Doc.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Dude, that guy's incredible. But anyway, when you buy your lottery tickets, do you go, let me get like 5 number 25s, and then you hand a sumbitch the money. And then you go, all right, let me get 2 number 15s, and then you hand the sumbitch some money. And then you go, let me get like 15 45s, and then you hand the guy some money. Do you do that, or do you just pay for your shit all at once?
All at once.
Okay. All right. So you're a decent human being. Anyway, so I'm waiting, and I'm literally, dude, I told Jen this. I went into the convenience store to buy a pack of gum. Just a pack of gum. And this guy's doing this in front of me. And I'm like, I want to bring this son of a bitch into my life right now so bad. Like, I want to slam his head through the plexiglass shield that's protecting the Habibi from him and me. Like, I want to do this. So when he left, I was like, I asked the little guy, said, does anybody ever hit it big when they do shit like that? Like, because he's buying like $2 and $5 tickets the entire time.
Yeah.
And he goes, nah, not really. I was like, have you ever seen it? And he goes, once. I saw a guy buy a $5 scratch off and win $500,000. And I was like, oh, wow. And I'm thinking it's like, you know, in this story, he goes, no, in 2019. I'm like,
dude,
what waste of freaking money?
I've won 1,000 probably 4 times, maybe 500 10 times. Lindia won 5,000 on a losing scratch off.
Oh yeah,
one of those second chance where you mail it in, or you turn it in. Dude, $5,000, bam.
I remember Jen.
That's
I
right,
remember
Mark.
the most we won. Jen won 3,000 on a scratch off, and I remember she was scratching it off as we were heading over to Costco, and she scratched it off. She's like, "We just won $3,000." I was like, "Sweet, all right, turn around. We'll go fucking cash that in."
That's a whole job there. Now you make an appointment to go to the damn. If it's over 600, you got to go to one of the offices.
Yep.
You better make an appointment now, because one time we didn't, and that freaking line was down the block. And I like what Mark J said. That's your fault, because who the F is chewing gum?
What? I like gum.
Remember Freshen Up gum?
No.
It's got the liquid in the middle of it.
Oh yeah. It was like blue and green.
And red now. Anyway, when that first came out, I was a kid, and my dad called it cum gum. I had no idea what he meant. And that was one of them deals where we were somewhere, and I offered somebody a piece of cum gum, and my old man about shit himself, looked over at me, and I was like, what? Had no clue what he meant by cum gum. It's one of those later in life I kind of went, oh. Now, what do I call that gum? It's cum gum.
That.
My old man did that to me with a couple things.
Yeah, my dad never did it. My dad never did anything like that to me.
Dude, my old man would come in and always say, "What is your major difficulty?" And I remember most of my life, I thought that was like a foreign word, and I finally figured out he's just saying difficulty, funny. Difficulty. And I thought it was a freaking different word. Same with, he always said incognito instead of incognito. He always said incognito. He thought it was funny. So I grew up calling it incognito. And what's your major difficulty?
Hey, Cheech his own.
Cheech his own, by God. What's the movie Law Abiding Citizen?
Oh, you've never seen Law Abiding Citizen?
And look at Anti calling it a film. That's like when we're out. I love it when we, he's out of here. Let me see if I'm still here. I'm still here. Come on, everybody say it together. F you, Doc. That's right, Joe. See, I can't highlight nothing. I keep trying to highlight. Well, Docky's gone. So what do you think? You think Doc's a good teacher? I bet he's a pretty good teacher. Probably let some kids get by with murder. So what do you think? What's your opinion on Doc being a teacher? I'd have liked to have Doc as a teacher. I'd have cut that class all the time. Oh, Docky, it's almost 10 o'clock. Are you coming back? So what's law-abiding citizen? Do I need to look that up? Oh, was it goddamn, I ain't saying she broke, what's his name, Jamie Foxx in it? Yeah, damn it. I ain't watching Jamie Foxx. You think Doc is a good teacher, Amanda? Well, what few students we've seen we like him. Steer like 3, anti-struck him, coastal fever out with a changeup. Freaking filthy. No, Doc's just having a Doc moment, I think. He's not having bad weather. For some reason, his internet just blows tonight. Earlier, he said his computer, when he tried to start it, showed full bars, but StreamYard kept telling him he didn't have a good signal. So he's been kind of grainy the last few weeks, if anybody hadn't noticed. Probably needs to pay his internet bill. Man, look at that big screen. You can see all my stuff back here. There he is.
Nah. I don't know what I don't know why it keeps happening. I have no idea. I have I don't know.
You've been kind of pixelated the last few weeks when you're out there, kind of.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's weird because, like I told you earlier, I got like full signal on my computer. It's totally fine. I'm literally 10 feet away from the goddamn uh, router, and but StreamYard says I'm low. So I don't know.
We've almost made it to 10 o'clock.
Yes,
It's
we have.
9:56. That's it, Joe. F it.
Screw it.
Back it.
I guarantee you though, every single person in that house on the other side of the wall, that's right over there.
It's on the internet.
I guarantee you they're on some sort of streaming service watching something on the damn TV. One's on her phone, one's on the iPad, and the other one's on the iPad, and I'm out here. I guarantee you that's what's happening right now.
So you're milking it.
Yeah. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Yes,
I go in here, and when I'm done, both girls are on the iPad with their headphones in. My wife is watching some streaming thing and probably on her phone, and I'm out here trying to live stream. Bet.
Put up what Amanda just put up, and that's true, Amanda. Joe has dug FU Friday probably the most. Anti's a close second.
Oh yeah, it's a tight race between the two of them. I don't know. Who do you think won the FU Friday? Is it Joe or Anti?
I think that's a double up. I think we're going to have to get 2 medals. But I think they about tied that one.
Yeah. And both of you will get a, I don't know. They'll get something.
Well, maybe next week we'll come up on Sunday and it can be SOB Sunday.
Are we going to go live on Sunday? Are we going to do that?
No, it just sounded the best with SOB. SOB Friday don't sound as good as SOB Sunday.
No, it doesn't. I like SOB Sunday. But a lot of people are watching football on Sunday, so we probably wouldn't get a lot of people. Then again, we only have 6 people in here right now, so.
I guess it would be better than GD Sunday.
Oh, my God. See, you know what? And you tell me that I made it. Well, maybe
don't say, oh, my God. You said, oh, my God, after I said that. So, man.
True.
And I think
Very
you dropped GD. I think you dropped GD like 4 times a while ago. So
I probably did.
Talk to the hand. Because the face ain't listening.
Well, what do you think? You think we should end it before I get kicked off again?
Shithead Sunday. Yeah, we might as well. Damn, I'm looking for one more person I can say F you to, but I don't see nobody. Amanda, do you know why I'm fat?
You're gonna milk that. You're gonna milk that joke for a minute.
Okay, whose mamas will be in attendance? Baby mama.
Are you going fishing this weekend?
We got a bunch of rain tomorrow, maybe Sunday or Monday, but tomorrow it says rain starts early and then thunderstorms early. So, because I'm old. Because you're old.
Sunday.
No, Amanda. Wait.
What?
Amanda, you don't know why I'm fat? It's not because I'm old. Do you really not know? Tell me, Amanda, do you know, yes or no, why I'm fat? Please tell me you don't. All right, Mark J. You have a good weekend. Go build us something out of pallets. And anybody that doesn't know it, Joe sent me a picture where he built a pallet from wall wood, and he thought that was so hilarious that Mark J builds walls from pallets, and he builds pallets from walls. And Amanda, the reason I'm so fat is because every time I bang your mom, she makes me a sandwich.
You set yourself up. You set yourself up, hon.
I like that one.
You did.
And we all know who I'm dying to say it to.
I know.
Oh. All right, guys, we're up out of here.
Yeah, we're out.
And we apologize if anybody got offended with FU Friday, but it just kind of happened. It wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned. No.
Look, Joe finished it with a fuck all, y'all.
We're so getting kicked off of YouTube.
What's going to be worse is next week on my channel, I'm going to be trying to tell everybody, quit.
All right, kids.
Look at even
everybody.
Amanda. Dude, that's too funny. Look at Amanda's laugh. That's just funny. Wait a minute, we can end it with a.
You can. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great week next week. And we'll see you on Friday on John's channel.
Later, folks. Later, Doc.
Good night, everybody. Good night, John. We'll talk to you later.